Yeah, that prediction video gave. Oh, okay.
Cockney Reds, passionate United fans from London and Essex, bringing honest opinions, bold predictions, previews, reviews, and all the latest Manchester United news. My name is Fudge, and joining me today we have Just Dave. Mate, what are you saying, bro?
I'm out here, man. I'm out here. Obviously, I'm feeling better after that victory. So we're here, man. We're here to discuss it and discuss going forward how our club's gonna fare, man.
That's it. It's a good place to start. The victory, 4-1. We never made things easy, but a good, comfortable scoreline, 4-1. I mean, how do you feel after the game? You feeling a lot more positive about United, or what's your overall thought? How are you feeling in that game?
Do you know what? United, yeah, they can never give you peace. I'll be honest. We won 4-1. Yeah, in the end, it was great. It was a great victory. Second half showing we actually smashed them. But the first half, my heart was in my mouth. I couldn't believe what I was witnessing, man. Like, even our first goal, yeah, I was just like, we're a joke of a club. We're a joke of a club, man. And then when they equalized, I was just like, it had to be us. It had to be us. They scored in how many hours? And then we just let them score, man. And it wasn't even like it was they opened us up. It was some jammy goal. It was just like, this is just pathetic, man. But you know what? In the second half, I'm sure Amorim has some words with the team, man. Said, not today. This can't be the game that you let me down. Otherwise, my job is gone. You lot need to, if you lot want me to manage you this season, you need to sharpen the second half. And that's what they did. They showed up. They completely annihilated them. It could have been more than 4-1. But yeah, I'm happy with the second half.
I mean, do you feel? I felt like the game we started strong. We actually looked good. We were getting some good movements in that, and there was opportunities where we didn't quite score, where they'll get blocks off the line, and then we scored the first goal, which, as you said, wasn't the prettiest of goals. We didn't goal with the month or anything like that, but got us over the line. And then I'm thinking, yeah, we're just going to kick on. We're going to go and smash them now. And then, like, what happened there? Like, it was like the last 15 minutes of that half. It almost seemed like not inevitable, but it was like we just kept giving the ball away, and it seemed like they started to grow in confidence a little bit. I mean, why is it that we keep conceding? We can't get that clean sheet. What is going on?
Do you know what it is? I think we have a problem at our club with the mentality of our players, man. And the reason I say this is because any game we think is going to be easy, it's like we don't show up. We don't turn up. Like, yeah, even the first goal we scored, yeah, that kind of sums up our mentality because, yeah, we scored, but Cunha wasn't decisive in his pass to Bruno. It's like, it was almost as if like, oh, well, we'll get another chance. You need to be cutthroat. You need to think that this is the only chance you're going to get in the game. So you need to make sure that this pass is going to be crisp. He's either going to pass crisp or he's going to shoot and then score a goal. But it was almost like, oh, should I shoot? Should I pass? Oh, okay, I'm going to pass to Bruno. It was like half-hearted. We go into it half-hearted. And when they equalized, it's not until then we thought to ourselves, we can't be a laughing stock. So we turned up. The way we played the second half is how we should have played from the first half. We were just like decisive, cutthroat. Let's see how many goals we can score. You understand? That's how it should be every game. Let's see how many goals we can actually score this game, man. Let's see how many chances we can take. Not, another chance will come. So let's try and play it kind of like, let's let it look good. Let's see, like, nah, man. I think the mentality of the club is a bit up and down, man. For big games, we're up for it. We're up for it, man. Like, there's no motivational talks you can give to a club like United when it comes to the big games because every player is up for it. But when it comes to the small games, it's just like, I don't know, man. It's almost as if we think that we're just too good when we're not. We're still in this process where we're trying to grow back to be this dominant club. And it's like when we face these smaller teams, we just forget that. And we just think we're the same United. So it's just going to be an easy game when it's not.
Yeah, I felt like we started the game in the right way. And it looked like we was going to punish them. Like, we looked like we was on it. I think their fans were doing some sort of protest as well. So the atmosphere was a bit down on their side. And you could just tell, it seemed like it looked like anyway that we started the game in the right way. And I feel like when we start the game right, that's when we'll go on and win the game. But yeah, after that goal, like I said, maybe it started from that goal, but it then seemed like, yeah, it's quite easy. We can just pass, we just don't need to do too much. We can just stroll our way through the game. And it's a shame, man, because I feel like Lamens, he's only had one clean sheet. And I wouldn't necessarily put it down to the defence itself. Because Lamens, I thought, he hasn't really put a foot wrong. He hasn't done too much either great, but he just been calm and comfortable. But I liked Heaven's performance in that game as well, actually. I thought he was class at the back in terms of the passing. And I felt that's what helped us. We would get through the lines quite quickly. Wolves were terrible. And I'm not going to start saying that we was exquisite. Wolves were terrible, but we were winning the ball back well in their half. And when we had the ball, Heaven was playing it with like an element of like I like the lit. I mean, I think the lit is top quality. Yeah, I like Maguire as well. But Heaven was giving those sort of passes, that confidence that you know that he used to be a midfield player. You could just tell that he's got a bit more composure when it comes to, or just not even composure. It was more like more risk. He was taking more risks with the ball with passing it through. So I quite like that. Actually. So it's just a shame we don't get a clean sheet from the back of it. But
Do you know what it is? Just to go on your point about the clean sheet, I don't think like the problem with United is like we don't fight for the clean sheet. We fight for the victory, but we don't fight for the clean sheet, man. Like, for example, Arsenal, yeah. Look, I hate Arsenal Football Club, but the one thing they do is they fight for that clean sheet. They fight for it, man. Like, you can see their players put their everything on the line to make sure they try and secure that clean sheet. We don't really do that. We're kind of like, okay, like, if they score, it's not great, but look, we can try and win the game still. Whereas we should try, and as much as we try and score, we need to try and fight for that clean sheet as well. Wolves should not be scoring against us. They shouldn't be. It was a flash in the pan. They had a chance, and like I said, it wasn't even like they opened us up. It was like they crossed it twice, two or three times, and then even the final ball wasn't even like to his intended target, and he just stretched his leg out and he scored. Like there should be no man free in our box to take a free shot. There should be no man free in our box, man. But that's down to mentality again, because even the forward players, they should be fighting back tooth and nail to make sure that they're back, to make sure that no, we can't score a goal. Because as much as it might be scary for teams to think that we can score against them, it needs to be scary for teams to think that they can't score against us. Yeah. If they think they can score against us, they're always going to come thinking they have a chance against United. And that is a problem. Teams come against us and think we have a chance because they're going to give us a chance to score. And that's a big problem, because at the end of the day, as we can be the best team on the field. We can have 30 shots a game. But guess what? If that keeper is on it that day, or our strikers, their form and shooting is not on it that day, we're going to concede points. And it's happened against West Ham. It's happened against Everton, because in both of those games, we've had more possession, we've had more shots on target, we've had more shots on goal, but we've still ended up conceding points because we allow teams to score. And that is the problem. So we just got to try and figure out that little drink in our armor, man.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely like that mentality and that hunger and that passion to be like, we're getting a clean sheet today. Like, no matter what, because there's times where things against Forest, like where you would see that the second balls, where you would see like an Arsenal, some teams that are ruthless at the back, like they're the defenders making sure they win that ball first. Whereas with us, it's like, oh no, like it's just too reactive anyway. So I agree with that. But
do you know what it is as well? Sorry to cut you. Yeah. Do you know what it is as well, Fudge? Yeah. Like, we've got no excuses because we play one game a week. Every game for us should be a cup final. Every game should be a cup final for us because we play once a week. So we should put everything on the line every single game that we play. Because we ain't got to think about, we got this fixture in the midweek. We got that fixture against Real Madrid in the Champions League. We got that fixture against Barcelona. We ain't got to think about that. All we got to think about is one game a week. One game. So we should be the ones that are up for it more. We should be shocking teams to how up for it we are. Yeah. Honestly, because other teams have got things to think about. We should be shocking teams, but we're not. We're kind of playing at the same level pace. Even sometimes I think that we're playing such a slow pace. It's just like, why are we allowing teams this kind of pace? When they're knackered. They're playing 2-3 games a week. We're playing one. They're knackered. We should be putting them under the cosh. The first 20, 30 minutes, we should be playing at such a pace where the other team are exhausted. You understand? Like, I think when we played Crystal Palace, the first half was kind of like mediocre. The second
Yeah.
half, you could tell they were so exhausted, and that's why we won. They were so exhausted. But we should be putting these kind of teams under the cosh because they're physically at disadvantage than us. But we're not showing that in the games.
I hear that. And I mean, one thing that we are doing quite well, and we've got 4 goals. I think we're now the 3rd highest goal scorers in the league. I think in terms of XG as well, I don't know if people look at that metric at all, but we're 2nd at the minute as well. So in terms of going forward, score 4 goals. I mean, do you feel like? I mean, what are your thoughts on the forward line? I know we've still got players that haven't really scored lots of goals and that, but overall, it seems like we are becoming more of an attacking team.
I mean,
The previous season.
well, I think that's exactly what we are. We're an attacking team. We're not a defensive team. We're not a team that kind of like controls the pace of the game, but we're an attacking team. I think that front three, obviously, Mbeumo's our top scorer, and Cunha. I know people have got criticism for Cunha, but I honestly feel like we play so much better football when he's in the team. The link-up play with him in the team is so much better and so much more fluid, and it's quite evident to see. When we had Xerxes, nothing against Xerxes, but you can just tell the attack is a bit more fluid when Cunha replaces him in that forward line. Even Mason Mount, the movement from him, the passing, the link-up play, the energy going forward, it's good. I like it. So I've got no real criticism for the front three. The only thing is we can be a bit more decisive in front of goal, a bit more cutthroat. Cunha, I feel like he's playing with maybe with a little bit of anxiety. You can tell by his pass to Bruno, there's a little bit of anxiety. A confident Cunha does not pass to Bruno with that chance. You know what I'm trying to say? Because really and truly, it was 1-on-1.
Yeah.
But you can see he's playing with a little bit of anxiety because maybe he's trying to keep up with the likes of Mbeumo. Because you got to remember, him and Mbeumo are the new signings. And Mbeumo's getting all the goals, and he's only got 1 goal, 1 assist. So it's kind of like, I'm like, maybe I'm not showing my true colours here. But he's just got to just take a step back, go back to the drawing board and just do the basics, man. Do the basics, and it will come. So I'm not too harsh on them. I think they're doing well. I think they can do better, but I'm not too worried about the forward line.
I mean, one person that you mentioned, Mason Mount, he was given man of the match. Bit harsh on Bruno, but I thought he played class. One of the things that I think you get with Mason Mount is the fact that he can drop into the midfield as well. He can spray those balls like a midfielder as well. Like he can switch it up quickly over to Ahmad and to Mbeumo. So I feel like his introduction, I feel like he's doing enough to be able to potentially cement his place in the team. And we're going to talk about AFCON in a little bit as well. But I mean, how key do you think Mason Mount could potentially be to us having a good season?
I think Mason Mount being fit is going to be key to us doing well this season, man. I think I don't agree with him being man of the match over the weekend. I think it was definitely Bruno. I think Bruno was involved in everything. I think it was class. There was, 2 goals and an assist, and he could have got more assists. He could have got more goals. That's how involved he was from playing from that 8 row as well, or 8-6, whatever you want to call it, box to box, whatever you want to call it. So I think Bruno was definitely my man in the match. But Mount didn't really put a foot wrong. That's the thing with Mount. You watch him play, he doesn't really put a foot wrong. He pass accuracy is always up there in the high percentages, and he takes his chances. That's the thing with Mount. I never really thought he was a that kind of player, but he's proven me wrong. Where he actually, if you give him a chance, he's very composed in front of goal. He took his goal very well. That's not as much as it was an open chance. He took it very well.
Yeah, entirely.
Because I can see a lot of people missing that chance. He took it very well and very calm, very composed. So yeah, man, Mount's very good. But the only problem is I find is that when Sesko is back, does Mount play or does he not? I know AFCON is here and Mbeumo is going to be gone. Ahmad's going to be gone. So there's going to be a spot there for someone to play in the 10. But when Sesko's back and Mbeumo's back, I'm struggling to think if Sesko gets back into the starting lineup, because like I said, the football we play is fluid with Cunha on the pitch. Mount is very reliable. So unless Sesko comes back and starts firing over AFCON, I'm not sure. But then again, it's a good problem to have. I hope Sesko comes back firing because it will be a good problem to have. But Sesko has got a lot of work to come back into that first team.
I feel like you said, because of AFCON, he's going to kind of get his place isn't too much under threat because Xerxes hasn't smashed it or anything like that, and we have missed a little bit of a focal point. And I think Mbeumo is one of the players I think has missed him quite a lot in terms of this period where he hasn't been there, because having that focal point where he can link up a bit more has, I think, him being out has coincided with Mbeumo not being quite at the levels that he was earlier in the season. Obviously, his goal against Wolves as well, and but yeah, just in terms of where we're at, it looks like Sesko might be back on the bench. I'm hearing for the game. So this last game, then, would you keep the same front three? Then would you keep Mbeumo, Cunha, and Mount as the front three for this last game that we got?
What against Bournemouth?
Yeah, I feel we've got like one game left with Mbeumo before he goes off to AFCON potentially.
Okay, so the thing is, after Amorim's press conference today, he's saying he don't even know if Mbeumo and Ahmad Mazraoui are going to be available.
Yeah.
So of course it all depends. But if they are available, then Sesko obviously has to start on the bench for me. But Amorim saying he might not even be available anyway because he got some sort of sickness bug or food poisoning. I don't know. But let's see, man. Let's see. But if everyone's fit, then Sesko starts on the bench. It'll be Mount, Cunha, and Mbeumo as the front three. But you know what? Do you know what, Fudge? Yeah, like that game against Wolves. Yeah, I know Bruno played in the 8, but obviously Wolves afford us that time on the ball where Bruno can push forward, right? But that game just showed me, and I don't know how it doesn't prove to Amorim that Bruno should be playing further forward, because this guy is a demon in front of goal.
Yeah,
and he's a demon in the final third. Like it's like get this guy as close to goal as possible, man.
Yeah, but at the same time, don't you think that game also shows you that we don't need him to be playing as a 10 for him to get forward?
No, it doesn't. Because Wolves are so bad that they gave us so much time on the ball. Dalot burst forward and assisted Mbeumo. That's how much time they afford us on the ball. But what I mean is Bruno, in that little pockets, a little area, he creates so much and he gets so much chances in front of goal. He is very smart in that final third.
Who's got the most assists in the league this season?
Isn't it Bruno?
It's Bruno. And where he's playing right now.
Bruno, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like. So it's not like he's restricting him from being able to be there. He takes the most chances. It's still Bruno. So even though you put Bruno further back, we're still not missing out on his creativity.
But Fudge. The thing is, you got to understand is, no one is criticizing Bruno going forward, but it's going back that we get punished for. So as much as he's creating, on the flip side, we're getting punished because he's pushing further forward, and then we're feeling it on the way back because there's too many spaces. So instead of allowing that space, we push Bruno forward, and then we just cover Bruno in the midfield. That way, we can have two midfielders who know their role is only just to hold and create from deep.
Yeah, because I feel like there's been a bit of a tweak in how we're actually playing the games. So rather than playing the 2 6s, where it would be Casemiro and Bruno alongside each other, which I suppose is where you get where he provides a little bit more cover. It seems like, especially during the build-up, that he's looking to push Bruno higher up. So you'll see even when we're resting, when we're doing from goal kick, Bruno is playing more of alongside the front three. It's more like a 3-1 kind of thing. That's kind of the role.
Exactly, and that's why we get punished on the count. That's why we get punished on the reverse.
Yeah, I mean, potentially.
So it's like Amorim is trying to. He's like, I get it. Bruno's probably the best partnership for Casemiro, right?
Yeah.
But then Bruno's probably the best person going forward. So it's like Bruno's doing 2 roles now. He's doing that middle role and he's doing the 10 role. That's fine because Bruno's got a lot of energy, but we get caught with it. And that's why it's so easy to score against us. Whereas if you had 2 Casemiros in that midfield and Bruno in that 10, we're such a stronger side already. We are such a stronger side.
I'm getting it. So you're saying you would drop who?
It doesn't matter who gets dropped because Bruno's the best at 10. Anyone can get dropped if Bruno's 10. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
but I'm saying that. The reason why I'm saying that is because, like, right now, like, so against Wolves, sorry, we had Mount, Mbeumo, and Cunha.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're saying you drop out one of those, but Bruno or further higher, and we'll bring in someone who's not quite as attacking as Bruno. And I get it, so it might potentially be better balance, but it could also restrict us in terms of how we are creating these chances. Because I feel like Bruno's quite key to how.
No, I don't think it will restrict us at all. Because at the end of the day, you got to remember, Bruno scored twice, and he assisted one. He nearly assisted Mbeumo. He nearly scored another one, and he nearly assisted another one. He was involved in every attack, from that 10 position. Like, if you watch it on the pitch, no, it's not. If you watch it on the pitch, we was playing so high, we were playing so further forward that there was almost like he bypassed that midfield role and just became the third 10 almost.
For sure.
Do you understand? So it's like, if we can just keep him in that position, he's gonna create chances and he's gonna score goals. So Cunha up top, Bruno and Mbeumo. Obviously, Mbeumo's going AFCON, so Mount can drop in there. We have options. These options are a good thing. Just because it might take someone else's role doesn't mean that, we play Bruno back because that means if we play him forward, we're gonna have to drop someone out. It doesn't matter. Let's have that option.
Well,
let's have that option.
It's not like we're missing out, because if you were to do that, someone that's been quiet, that the noises are getting louder and louder that I'm hearing is about Kobbie Mainoo. So if you were to push Bruno higher, potentially you got a bit of Kobbie Mainoo. What would you make of all this noise that we're currently hearing about Kobbie Mainoo? Are you agreeing with the discourse from? It seems like there's a lot of anger I'm seeing. Maybe just a Twitter thing.
Do you know what I think it is? Do you know what I think it is, Fudge? And this might be a bit of a conspiracy, but I just think this is typical media trying to disrupt Man United.
Yeah.
I don't think the media actually rates Mainoo as much as they're saying they do. But because if we were playing him every week, they'll be criticizing him every week. Do you understand? But because they're not playing him, it's just another thing that the media needs to try and get onto United about. Because really and truly, if you ask them who is mainly playing above, Bruno or Casemiro, they can't give you an answer. Nobody can give you an answer. Who should he be playing above, Bruno or Casemiro in that midfield? And they can't be Casemiro and they can't be Bruno. Yes, Mainoo is a good player. Yes, he can add something to our team. But Mainoo is not a starter for Man United yet. He's very young and he can be a starter for us in the future. Bruno is of age and Casemiro is of age. If this guy just waits and develops himself and learns from Bruno and Casemiro, do you know what that is that you're learning from? You're learning from a 5-time Champions League winner and you're learning from an assist and goal machine. If you can just use this time to develop yourself and let these guys mentor you, you can become a beast yourself. Don't let these media people play you out your position. Because you're very talented. Don't force yourself to move. Because what's going to happen is you're going to move and you're going to find yourself in the same position. Because there's not a top 6 team you're going to move to that you're going to be starting for. And that is the truth. You might get more minutes, but you're not going to be starting for them. And that is going to be a real shame. Because all you can do is wait 1 year, I guarantee 1 year, and you'll be playing a lot more football. Just use this time to learn your trade. Because, you've come on, you scored some fantastic goals, where I've screamed Mainoo, Kobbie Mainoo, you should be playing for Ghana. But you still got to be realistic. You're still young, you're still learning your trade. Look, we've had it. We've had what's his name? These young guys coming through. Makeda. What's this guy, that Albanian guy's name? Who used to, a left-footed guy. Oh, what's his name?
Albanian.
Name's out of my head, man.
Albanian
or whatever, man.
He's not Albanian. I know you're talking about Januzaj.
Januzaj.
I can't remember, but
What's happened to Januzaj? What happened to Januzaj?
Yeah, no, I hear that. But I feel like
you know what I'm saying? Do you know what it is? Because people rush their development. They rush their development, and now they're nowhere to be seen. Take your time. Take your time.
There's going to be more noise, but very quickly though. We are in a Christmas season as well. So if you like what you're hearing, the passionate rally from Just Dave, mate, about Mainoo, first of all, click that like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, do give us that subscribe. It really helps the channel and it costs absolutely nothing. But on Mainoo, I feel like a lot of the talk, maybe it is media driven, and I feel like they need something to talk about United. There needs to be some reason, some way of being negative about United. I rate Mainu highly, but let's not get it twisted. The main reason why he's not getting minutes is one, we're not in Europe, so there's a lot less games now for us to have to rotate. Two, when he did start in the League Cup, let's not even talk about it because we're not in the League Cup anymore. So that game, I'm not blaming him. Obviously, he was probably one of our better players on that day, but we're not in that. So when you're not only playing one game a week and you've got the likes of Bruno and Casemiro in the midfield, the way the balance of the team is, he just doesn't quite make it there yet. And I feel like there's too much being made about, oh, yeah, Amadou's not giving you for chance. We're not here to give out freebies, yeah? I rate Mainu highly, and he does get minutes off the bench and stuff like that. But the fact that he hasn't started a game is purely down to the fact we've got not enough games for him to be able to be starting. And we've got to win these games. Like, Amorim's job, first and foremost, is to win these games. So why would you be... I don't
And Fudge, if we're completely honest, yeah, with ourselves, these games where Mainu has been subbed on, we have looked drastically worse. And I'm not saying it's maybe not that's solely down to him, but we have looked drastically worse. So it's not like he's come on and we've still controlled the pace of the game. You know, he's very comfortable. He's creating all the... We've looked worse. So it doesn't mean he's a bad player, but it just means that the player starting above him is there's reason for it. Do you understand? Like, and to be honest with you, he's lucky that Casemiro can't play 90 minutes. Because if Casemiro can play 90 minutes, Casemiro will not leave that pitch. I'm telling you now, Casemiro will not leave the pitch if he can play 90 minutes. He will not. He's one of the most important players for us. He's like, he's just in the shadows, but he's very important for us. And the only reason he comes off is because we need to save his legs for the next week.
I feel like the times that we have taken and put Mainu on for Casemiro as well, we have just been too open because, like you said, Bruno isn't that disciplined at 6, and neither is. I think Mainu can do that well, but not in the way that we're playing at the moment, and especially when it comes to those type of second half where teams are pushing normally. Because we've normally got a lead at that point. Teams are pushing against us, and then in the transitions, he's not the best. So yeah, but I feel like one thing that has disappointed me with all this Mainu talk is him wanting to go out on loan so that he can make the World Cup. And I feel like forget about the World Cup. For me, he's young enough anyway, yeah? And I know that he played and started in the final, so he got that fear of missing out and all the rest of it. And understandably, you're going to want to play for your country. I mean, you mentioned Ghana. I mean, if he was playing for Ghana, he wouldn't be going to AFCON, so that would have been a bonus. But anyway, let's talk in terms of England. I reckon we need to get back to a place where you play for Manchester United. You play for Manchester United first and foremost. That should be your focus. Your focus shouldn't be on, let me go and get loaner and get minutes out elsewhere. I don't like that attitude at all. And I don't like the way that people have been encouraging it. And it's people that should know better, like that this guy should be thinking, I'm going to break into this team. And once I do, I'm going to cement my place in this team. And England's going to come after that. And I feel like we're letting players off from doing that. And I've seen too many people that I respect, like the talk of the Devils pundits. I don't know why they're talking like that. And I'm thinking, like, come on, man. Like, Kobe Mainu, who's a young guy, sort your head out, do well for United.
And bro, look, and this is what I'm saying about United agenda, yeah? Because if every pundit was honest with themselves and they look at that England midfield, who is Mainu starting above? He's not starting above Bellingham. He's not starting above Anderson. He's not starting above Wharton. He's not starting above Rice. He's not starting above Foden. He's not starting above Palmer. So who is he starting above? This is what I'm saying about this agenda. And I'm not trying to say that Mainu is not a good footballer. He is. But he shouldn't get played out of his position. He's got time on his hands because he's young. Take your time and break in properly, man. If you try and force yourself, you're going to make bad decisions. If you're trying to force yourself to get into the England squad this World Cup, yeah, when you come on the pitch for United, you're going to play anxious. Just focus on your game, man. Focus on United as a club. Focus on developing yourself as a player, and everything else will fall into place, man. Stop thinking that because Jude is coming to the team young, you need to be there also. Football doesn't work like that, unfortunately. How old was Vardy when he got the England call-up? You understand? Take your time and develop yourself as a footballer, man. Stop trying to do this. Do you know what it is as well? I think maybe he's got some bad advisors around him and blah, blah, blah. Thinking, you should be doing this, you should be that, you should be on this stage, you should be that stage. Football can be cruel. if you don't take your time. Football can be cruel. Just focus on your craft, man. That should be your number one goal. Focus on your craft. Forget about everything else.
But do you feel like I hear some people say that is an Amorim problem as well? Do you feel like sometimes there's a way or a stick that they could use to hit Amorim over the head with the fact that he's not bringing through these academy players?
How do we know Mainu?
How do we know him? Because he's. What do you mean? Because he came through the academy and stuff.
How do we know Mainu? When did he break onto the scenes?
Under Ten Hag, it was a couple of seasons ago. 2 seasons ago? Yeah, it must have been.
Okay, and then okay, cool. He broke onto the scenes with Ten Hag. How many chances has Amorim given him?
Last season, when he joined, he did start most of the games.
Bro, there's been academy players, yeah, that are better than Mainu who have left this club.
What are you talking about, bro?
You can raise your eyebrows. One plays for Real Madrid.
Barcelona?
One plays for what's his name? Barcelona. One plays for Everton. One plays for Everton. Because remember Ghana was very good.
Yeah, I don't know who's the guy. I would say these guys. Who played for Real Madrid?
Sorry?
You talking about Rashford?
Sorry? No, you're talking about Ghana.
No, but you said Real Madrid.
What's his name, man? The guy that was playing for Benfica last
week. Yeah, Alvaro Fernandes.
Like, stop thinking that because you're talented, that means you're entitled to play for the club.
Yeah.
Look at Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer was at Man City, but he had to leave because certain players were better than him. Like, there's no entitlement in football. You understand? There's no entitlement in football. So if you want to leave this club, make sure you're that guy. Because if you leave this club and you're not that guy, that club don't care about you. There's no affiliation with you. Yeah. So if you go there and you flop, that's it. That's you done. Do you understand? We're willing to take time with you. We're willing to nurture you properly. Do you understand? Like, you've been here from a small boy, so take your time and relax.
So you still see a future for Mainu at United?
Sorry, say that again?
So you still see a future for Mainu at United?
I mean, it's up to him. I see a future for him if he stays, of course. Because like I said, Bruno is what, 30, 31? Casemiro is how old? 32, 33?
Yeah, about that.
These cats ain't going to be here for long.
Yeah, it's true.
So if you're really that guy, you should be thinking to yourself, right, by the time they leave, I need to make sure that I'm ready. Yeah. That should be your only goal. By the time these cats leave, I need to make sure I am ready. There's no question. I'm just stepping in right now. It's like when you're at a job, yeah, you think to yourself, right, if my manager leaves, I need to make sure that's my job. I need to make sure that's my job. And if that's not your job, that's because you weren't ready. That's the only fact.
Need a mentality for that, man, for sure. So do you feel like this, with AFCON now coming up, do you feel like this is an opportunity now for him to get his opportunities?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, man. It all depends on his mentality, man. Because like I said, yeah, it seems like, and I'm not sure if the media are painting this picture as well, it seems that he's very unhappy at the moment. And for me, it's showing in his game that he's just like, Bob, kind of like, it seems like, oh, why am I coming off the bench again? Kind of like his posture and stuff like that. And just like, bro, like, we've won like minimal. No one at our club right now can be entitled to play for Manchester United. We need to fight for that badge, man. And if that badge really means something to you, 10 minutes or 5 minutes, you should be playing your heart out. Do you understand? Like, so look at Heaven. Heaven wasn't starting for us, but when he gets his opportunity, he plays well. That's all you need, because you don't know when your opportunity is going to come. So just make sure you're ready. Casemiro can get injured, God forbid, on the weekend, and then we need to rethink things. Bruno the same. Then we need to rethink things. If you're in your own feelings and you're not ready, you're going to miss your opportunity, man.
Yeah, so that's why it doesn't make sense. I mean, especially with AFCON, but that's why for me it doesn't make any sense for us to loan him out, because you're going to loan him out, bring someone else in that might not even be as good for it. That doesn't make any sense to me. And Okay, so AFCON, how do you feel like it's going to affect us, AFCON? Because we're missing big players there. That's the whole of our right-hand side done. Mazraoui, Ahmad, and Mbeumo. So, like, how do you see that changing United? Are you confident that
I
we can
think
come out and still be where we kind of are now?
I think we can cover Mazraoui, for sure. I think we've got enough in the chamber to cover Mazraoui. I also think we can cover Ahmad. As much as Ahmad's been good, he's been frustrating at times as well. And I think Ahmad is more suited to play with Mbeumo anyway. So I think it works well because of Mbeumo. They've got a good relationship. That makes sense. So as much as we'll miss him, I think we can cover it by playing Dallo there and Dorgu left. Because Mbeumo's not going to be there anyway. Do you understand? So kind of like, I think the only problem is, I think who we're going to miss the most is Mbeumo. Only because it's like, we kind of like take away the shape of the left side the player playing on the right and the right side player on the left. And it gives you that kind of like shape where Ahmad can overlap or whatever, or Dallo can overlap, and it kind of creates space. So I'm not sure how we're going to cover that. I'm not sure if there needs a formation change or we're just going to play Mount Cunha or play. It just makes the pitch more narrow, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
So but I think quality wise, we have enough to cover it for I think it's a month, 21st to the 18th of January. I think it is. I think we got enough to cover it, and I think the games that we have in that period is probably the best games we could have wished for. I'm still unsure. I'm still unsure who we're going to play on the right instead. Do you know what? Maybe Molineux can even play in the 10.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe Molineux can even play in the 10.
Okay, so you've got Xerxes. It's going to be between Xerxes and Molineux. Obviously, Sesko. You've got Mount. Potentially Bruno move further up. So, you've got a few options. But the games that they're going to miss, Bournemouth, which we'll touch on now. Then we've got Villa away, Newcastle at home. Then Wolves away, Leeds at home, Burnley away, and then Bryan. So we've got 3 promoted teams. Actually, no, Wolves weren't promoted. They're just playing like that. And
they're playing like that one.
And hopefully as well, you see that Anana's in goal. So you never know, like, might be able to get Mbeumo back a bit sooner than we might think in a way. So
yeah, Mbeumo's coming home, man. After the first couple of games, coming home, man. He's coming home, man.
So Bournemouth, they've had a great start to the season, which they've tailed off a bit. They're currently sitting in 13th, but it's really tight in a way in terms of the mid-table now. How do you feel this game going? Because the last 2 times they come to Old Trafford, they've beaten us 3-0 both times. So not the easiest of games. Our record's not the best. We struggled to beat them in a little while, actually. So, you confident going into this game?
I think I've got to the point where I'm not confident going into any game with Manchester United, man. Unfortunately. But that being said, I still expect us to win.
Yeah.
Like with United, I just feel like we kill ourselves sometimes because I feel like we don't really get outplayed, apart from City, where they completely just dominated us. Yeah, like I feel like we create our own problems, and I feel like as long as we don't create our own problems against Bournemouth, we should beat them quite comfortably. I think we should beat them 2-3-0. To be honest with you.
Nil's not happening.
I know. When I say that we should beat them 2-3-0, like, it's because I know we're not going to get outplayed for them to score. If they score, it's because we've just done something, like we've created our own problems. Do you understand? So that being said, I think we should beat them around 2-3-0, and I think we should beat them quite comfortably. Obviously, Semenyo's cooled off a bit from his start to the season. He was hot in the start of the season. He's cooled down. He ain't really done that great of late. Evan Nilsson's completely not turned up this season. I'm not sure if they'll start him or Krupa Jr. Up top, but either or, whatever. Senesi, I think he had a slight injury the last game, but they said it might be just cramp. So I'm not sure, but I think we've got enough to just beat them. But I just hope that we take the sword to them, man. I just hope we don't try to score one and then drop the pace a bit. We need to just try and just Finish them, man. Finish
That
them, and
worked
then
against Bournemouth either. Well, I went to the Vitality earlier in the season, and they play right to the end. And someone like a Semenyo, like he's someone that is definitely someone that we need to be looking out for because he's got an engine on him. They work really hard for each other. They got some good ballers as well. That Alex got in the midfield. I was impressed by them, but yeah, they've gone off the ball a bit. That was a bit unlucky against Chelsea, though. I thought Semenyo obviously had a goal disallowed, and yeah, he's ready to get to burst again. So I'm a little bit worried about Semenyo, but like you said, in terms of overall, we should have enough quality to be able to overcome. And I feel like if we manage to get that, then we've actually got a good run of games that we could come up after.
yeah.
Actually, not that good. We've got Villa away and then Newcastle at home, but I feel like we.
But I think it's good to have those games where it's a little bit tougher as well, because sometimes when you have a run of just easy games, like I said, the mentality can drop, man. I need my players to be up for it. So if we beat Bournemouth, it'll be good to go Villa next because we won two back to back, and now we're up for it. Now we're ready. Now we're here to match someone and say, cool, who's the better team? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I think that's good for us, man. Rather than okay, we beat Bournemouth and then we got I don't know, Burnley next, because we can easily turn up that game and think, oh, it's just an easy fixture. Where I don't want that, man. I need the mentality of the club to flip and just be on it, be ready for every game.
Yeah, we've always seem to have. I don't know. I feel like yeah. I mean, this is definitely a game that we need to be on it. So, who would you start then in the compared to the last game? So, back three. We don't know if the lid's back yet. I mean, what would you say? See, Martinez come back in. Back, but yeah, what would you?
So Delit's definitely not back. Amarim confirmed this in his press conference saying that Delit's not gonna feature in this game. He's got some back injury or something like that. They said it's nothing too major, but it's just that the pain's still there, so he's not gonna play, unfortunately. So I think we're gonna have to go Heaven again. It seems like our only natural centre back in the free in the central position. So I think it'll be Heaven in the centre. Luke Shaw obviously cemented his place on the left centre back, and then right centre back. Do you know what? I think that we should start Mazraoui, the right centre back, but it all depends on if he's available or not.
Yeah, true.
So it might just be Euro, it might be Lenny Euro.
So first game, I think. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay, and then midfield 2 picks itself.
Midfield 2, I'll start Mainu and Ugarte. See, why are you laughing? See, why are you laughing, bro?
Because you said Ugarte. And I know you do not rate it.
Yeah, the midfield 2 is Bruno and Casemiro, man.
Yeah, gotta be. And you said Dorgu Dallo, and then the front 3. Same again.
I don't think it's Dorgu Dallo. If Ahmad is available, obviously Ahmad will start on the.
Of course it is. Ahmad, would you say Ahmad Dallo then?
Ahmad and Dallo. I think Dallo deserves to start, to be honest. I think he's had a lot of criticism. I think he's had a lot of criticism of late, but I think obviously he's stepped up a little bit. I don't rate Dallo at all, but I'll give a man flowers when he deserves it. And I think in the last couple of games, he's actually done well.
Yeah, I think so too. So, okay. And then front 3 then, Cunha.
Front 3, Cunha up top.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, Cunha, Mount and Bruno. Oh, sorry, Cunha, Mount and Mbeumo. I actually thought Cunha played well. I know people were saying that he wasn't that good. I mean, he should have scored a goal or 2, and the assist wasn't the best. But he like some of the link-up play that he did, like I thought was class. Like for his role in that game, that goal for Mbeumo. Was it Mbeumo? Yeah, where he played in Delo, and obviously Delo then played it into Mbeumo. That was class. He had a nice little back heel as well, which could have set up Mbeumo again as well. He had a couple of chances cleared off the line. I feel like you said, he's definitely trying. He definitely wants to get those goals and assists. Well, I personally, I think it's coming from him, and I think with Mbeumo out, he's going to step up even more. And I feel like this could be a time for him to really be like, I'm him. Do you know what I mean?
I think Cunha just needs like a run of good games. Like, don't get me wrong, like Cunha, like footballing wise, it's clear to see that the guy can play football, man. Like he can link up play, he's got a good touch, he can run with the ball, he's strong. Like He's deceivably strong on the ball. He can beat the press. Like, he's very good, but it's just that final third. Like they say, the what do you call it? The modern things that matter, that are stats.
Yeah.
His goal scoring and his assists. He needs to start putting numbers on the table, man. Because you know what? He's getting the chances to do so. That's the problem. If he wasn't getting the chances to do so, okay, cool. We can't really criticize him that much because he's playing football. But he's getting those opportunities and he's just not putting them away. That's the only issue I have with him. Like, he needs to start being more cutthroat in front of goal, man. He needs to just calm down in front of goal and just bury it, man. Because I know he can bury it. He scored 20 goals last season, so he doesn't know where the goal is. He knows where it is. Just calm down. If he gets like a goal against Bournemouth, a goal against Aston Villa, I promise you now, he's gonna be a different player. But I can tell that anxiety is there, man.
Yeah, there's still something there. Okay, and then all right, so that's the game against Bournemouth. We feel like it go quite well. And then in terms of where we are in overall, then where we're currently 6th in the league, where are we looking at?
I feel like 8 points away from top.
You're looking at the total. I was comparing to Crystal Palace.
I don't know why you're laughing. I don't know why you're laughing.
Never underestimate. Yeah, but 2 points off Crystal Palace. And the good thing is where the league's quite compact. If you go on a run, if you can go and win a couple of games or a few games in a row, you can quite quietly walk it up. Look at where Villa are. They're second in the league now because of they're third, didn't they? So they're just after such a terrible start to the season. So there are no goals in like 5 games or something like that. Now they're third. So and then can you see? I know you mentioned Arsenal, but do you see them being drawn back into the fight?
United, look.
No, well, yeah.
Let me tell you something, man. This league, is tighter than anyone expected it to be, man. Because like you said, one win or one loss or one draw can move you drastically in the table. Do you understand that? So I think, like I said, we're 8 points away from top of the league. Yeah, we're 8 points away from top, man. There's a lot of football to be played. A lot. Certain teams at the top are struggling to beat their competitors. You understand? So who knows? But all I want to say is we need to focus on ourselves, one game at a time. And if we just focus on ourselves, we'll be surprised where we come at the end of the season. We'll be surprised. Because the people above us, apart from, look, Arsenal, you could say, maybe they're a better team than us right now. City, you could say, maybe they're better. But everyone else,
coming from
man. Man.
The good thing is where they're all because there's so many teams that are competing, they're all playing against each other as well. So they've all got a chance to win. So when you do make that win, it does make that real big difference as well. So
and do you know what it is, Fudge? Yeah, do you know what it is? Yeah, like you got to understand a lot more. United games are a lot more watched than these other teams. So we watch United religiously. Most people watch United religiously, and amongst other teams, So we're more criticised. Whereas these other teams, when they win, no one's really watched the games, and everyone just thinks, okay, they're doing so good, they're doing so great. Like us against Wolves, if people didn't watch the game, they'll think, wow, you just demolished Wolves 4-1, not knowing that the first half was actually not playing that great. Or you understand what I'm trying to say? So Villa look like the best team right now. But that's because not a lot of people watch their games. Not a lot of people watch their games. Yeah, they've done well with their results. And so have United. We've lost 1 in 9 or 1 in 8.
1 in 9.
But people don't see it that way because there's such a magnifying glass on us. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's such a look at Liverpool, look at Chelsea. Chelsea are doing worse than us, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Chelsea are doing worse than us, in our opinion, but that talk's not there.
It's true.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, with all the other teams. So all right, we beat Bournemouth, and then title charges on the go. I think is what you're saying.
Title charges there, baby.
Come on.
Yeah, I just want. I know. Side note, I just want Wolves to step up. You can't lose every game, man. This is your chance to revive yourself, man.
Oh,
Please
imagine.
go out there and park the bus and get a draw.
Oh, imagine that, man. Imagine Wolves turn off and then no, there's no way.
I hope they do, man. I hope they do, man. Strad Larson, man, just bang a hat trick, man.
It's a myth. Arsenal winning that one 5-0, man. Let's be real. But they've got other games coming up, but we'll see. But yeah, we're gonna come back. Do get in the comments as well. Let us know what your thoughts were on some of the topics that we discussed today, like Molineux, how AFCON's gonna affect us, and yeah, let's like where we are as a channel right now. Yeah, we are gonna grow. So being a part of it now, you're witnessing something special, yeah, because we are gonna grow. You're gonna see us having more link ups in 2026. We're gonna be doing more stuff in the game. There's a lot more to come. Some of the visuals and all the rest of that, we're working on it. So we're not quite there yet, but you can see the growth. You can see the journey, and we're just thank you anyway for everyone that's subscribed and being part of this journey anyway. And for those that haven't, you want to come on board, man. This is the time to come and see us as we grow together. Man. We're one channel in it as well, all of us as a group. So let us know what you want to see, all the rest of it. We'll be back with our predictions. But anything that you want to add before we wrap it up? Cool. Well, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and we'll see you for the prediction videos. Come on, United.
Come on, United.
It's that awkward one where I forget how to end the stream.